Hello?
Right, just see if this is... Yeah, this is working. Alright, it's been a while. Well, the pandemic kind of messed everything up for a while there. And it's been a long time since I uploaded a video. I think it's like 8 months, maybe even more. It's been hard to find the motivation because obviously everything with the pandemic, but then I've moved. That's a whole other story. And so, but it's gone on that long of me not doing anything that I was just like, right, I need to make a start. So I'm just going to run with it. So I've lived in Glasgow for like 6 years, and this is the first time I've managed to get out to go to Kelpies. Robin's been living here now with me for 7 months. So we're just trying to see as much as we can while we're still able to, and now things are opening up again, we can actually go and see things without much issue. So in terms of cameras, I actually took 2 with me. The past few weeks I've actually been running around with my got a Leica M10-R. I've been running around with that a bunch, only using that, just trying to get a feel for it. But I've only got a 35mm lens for it, and on my Q2 I've got the 28mm. So because I was going to see these like huge structures, I wanted to be able to make the most of it, so I took the Q as well. So this is one of the photos that was taken with the Q2, and I actually think this is one of my favourite ones from the day. Nice and wide, and because I was like stood right below it, so it's like, I like how it's like sort of feels like it's warped the face a bit. It's not too dissimilar to how I wake up in the morning with Marshall just like leaning over me, like, go on, give me breakfast now, or let me into bed. So because it was raining, it was really overcast, and there wasn't a break in the clouds. As we kicked around, we kicked around there for about 20 minutes or so, and the clouds gradually went away, and this is when it started to break up a little bit, and after I edited the photo, I actually quite like how it almost looks like the horse is like breathing out, like on a cold morning. I mean, the clouds just around the mouth there, and sort of filling up the rest of the frame. Alright, so I'm not going to break down every photo like that. That was too long. But anyway, this is a few more with the Q2. And now I'm going to share some from the M10. So this one I like. I almost really like it, and I would have really liked it if I'd have framed it slightly different, but because it was very much just a casual thing. I don't like to make too much of a deal of taking photos, especially when I'm just like going around with Robin and stuff, even though she doesn't mind, but I just don't like obsessing over things. But anyway, I would have liked this if I was maybe a little bit further back, because I like how it just feels massive, and there were some people kicking about underneath, which would have just like, if I got that in the frame as well, it would just made that just seem all the more massive. But the people that were like wandering around, they weren't even really in a particularly pleasing place, so I didn't really care to make the effort, I guess, to wait around. So I just took it. I like it, but it could have been better. So aside from the fact that the sky's boring, it's just grey, there's nothing going on, I do like this photo. I think it's quite fun in the sense of like the perspective of it. It feels kind of dreamlike, like you're on the back of a horse, like down low, and the horse is just going for it. And I just wish the sky was more interesting, really. And that was pretty much it. I did take a few more photos while we're in the area. I'll share them now because I don't think they'll really fit anywhere else. But the Kelpies are actually on Helix Park, and there's like a huge wetland as well. So there's like a couple of nature trails to walk the dogs, and obviously the dogs need walking. So it was a nice little time for them. And then on the drive back, we actually found a car crash, a completely totaled car. I've no idea how long it's been there, but it's still got tape around it. But it's obviously been set on fire a few times. It smelled like it had just been burned. But the road that it was on was like proper like it was a blind corner, so no wonder they crashed really. And there was nowhere safe to stop, so I jumped out of the car and Robin just like carried on driving. And then after a few passes, I quickly jumped back in the car and we headed off. And that was it. We sat in the car for a bit because it was proper slamming it down. As you can see, it sounded amazing. We've had nothing but hot weather for weeks, and I've been waiting for a storm, and it finally happened. So, as far as I'm concerned, this was amazing. And I had a pie. Winner.